Alright, so little things you're gonna need here. Definitely you're gonna put your e-brake on, some jacks, breaker bars, hammer, jack stands, sockets, and wrenches. You don't necessarily need all this stuff, but it definitely helps. More tools, easier it goes. So first thing first, we're gonna take off the wheel, and let's just test it first before we even try to lift it. Another tip here, guys, if you're starting to see your rim bent and you're hearing that like loud whomp, whomp, whomp sound when you're driving, that's because your rim, not because anything else. Most likely 9 times out of 10 it's your rim. That's just a side note. Let's see, I'm gonna try it out, see if it's a 19. Nope, 21. All right, these are 21, so make sure you're using the 21. Could be 19 for you, but mine's a 21. So I'll take that off here. Let's see if I can. All right. So now I'm gonna lose 21 millimeter. Get it up. All right, good. Spot here, get it up. No plastic. Tire off, support it also with the jack stand. Boom. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Clear indication that you need a new one. You can turn that by hand. It's time to get a new one. Okay, definitely time to get a new one. First things first. So I'm pretty sure I don't have to do this, but for video sakes, I'll just show you guys. PB blaster. Lube everything down. Get everything ready to come off. Boom. Save you a whole bunch of time. So step one, you're gonna take off this middle nut here, and let's see if I don't have this right socket. Right nut size, wrench size. The biggest one I have is gonna be this 21. Then you can use an adjustable wrench or grip pliers to get it off. And then also, you can turn the wheel too as well on these Mazdas without the other tire being up. So that way you can get more roll, more access to it. Hold on, slide this tire back. Let's see if this 21 doesn't fit. So we're not gonna freak. We're just gonna use adjustable wrench and break that nut off there. And boom, boom, get it off. Let's see if I can do this. You see, guys? Hopefully you guys see. Like so. So we're going to the right. Make sure y'all can see that. So we're going to the right. Do not being busted. To the right. I know you can't see that because I'm trying to use both hands, but it's loose. All right, there you go. That's what you're gonna do. Next, we're gonna get this nut off of here. I'm gonna say that is a 13 or 14. Let's see if I'm right, guys. Let's see if I'm right. Probably gonna use a deep or just a little bit bigger than what I have in that box. Let's try this 14. Yep, 14 right on the dot. So 14 millimeter, get that off, and then you'll be able to get this ball joint out, and I'll show you that next. So use a 14. All right, so you might have to use grip pliers to hold this, hold the inner tie rod, and then while you're turning, and that because the nuts kind of stuck on there pretty good. So So you see how the inner plier, the grip plier is on that, and then I'll spin this with my hand so it can kind of hold something and resist it, because I already have the inner off, so it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? See, I can turn a little bit with my hand and then it gets stuck, so then I'm gonna have to do this. But yeah, that's probably what we're gonna have to do, because sometimes these things are on here pretty tight. You'll be here all night just spinning if you don't. As I said, the WD-40 or the penetrator is definitely needed, because these things are rusted on here so much. If I didn't have that, this thing was not coming off. I'm gonna get tough, so just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna go back to using 2 hands. And as you can see, guys, like I said, really easy. I did have to use a breaker bar to break it off, but other than that, it's coming off with the ratchet. 14 millimeter, kind of clockwise, and then eventually you get it off. And then I'll show you how to get the ball joint out. So this next step is pretty simple. I wish the ball joint just fall out. This one's gonna come out pretty quick though, I can tell you that. But basically you get a good hammer. You don't have to use, I have a pick a fork, but you don't have to use one. Just whack the side of it. Boom, just like that. Piece of cake, too easy. And then you'll see why. So now at this point, I'm gonna count how many times I spin it off. That's how many times I'm gonna put it back on. So it came out and it goes in like that. So I'm gonna turn it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So about 21. So that'll help you with the alignment, because you want to make sure you got to get it back right. So you can put the alignment on. So that's the outer tie rod out. Like I said, this one is just, I mean, you can see how loose and how done this is. So it wasn't anything to get this thing out. I mean, hopefully yours isn't like this, but yeah. So then next, you want to spin this nut off of here. Go get your wrench back, and then go ahead and take this off so you can get the boot and the clamp off. Okay, last but, well, not last, but next, but whatever. You're gonna get these the clamp off. Simple. Just put pliers, pull it off.
Work with local farms right in our own backyard to bring you food that's fresher than fresh. From homegrown watermelon that meets your mouth water to crisp corn picked right around the corner.
You're gonna use a flathead or a screwdriver to pop that off. It's gonna be pretty easy. You see that clip right there? Just kind of bend that out with the flathead. Just like that, like so. And basically that thing will come off and you'll be able to pull it out. Just like that. So then now, probably want to keep this boot so you can reuse it. Let's see what I can do. Just kind of get in here and get this off. Let me see. Yeah, difficult. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. And then you can kind of pop it out. Next, I'm gonna try to use these grip pliers here. I feel like I should have enough room to spin and get this thing off of here, so I'm gonna show you that next. All right, so let's see if I can show y'all the holding this thing. So you see, I got the hold on, let me set this up. Okay, so I got the clamps on there. I'm gonna try to turn this, try to show my best. Break it loose. Probably not the best angle. That's pretty tough. Whew, shit. Okay, So I managed to break it loose. It's literally about clearance. I had to go up a little bit more on the jack. So, and as you can see here, it is loose. So now, I should be able to take these off. And you see the ball joint is not spinning. Actually, let's call it spinning. So now I'm able to 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. And then this is for alignment. I'm getting alignment tomorrow, but it's for alignment purposes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there are special tools for that. You can go get them from AutoZone. If you're cheap like me, you don't have the money. Use grip pliers. Grip pliers cost $3 to $4, $8 sometimes. Well, so yeah, it's kind of just. Oh, there we go. So that's what it looks like. The inner tie rod. They have grooves here for the tools if you want to grab a tool, but that's your inner tie rod. Clean it up, you know, and then put the new one on. So next I'll show you guys the new installation. Okay, so here's the new one, new part, bag, whatever. It came with this here, so this actually goes on that, like that. It matches up, and you'll be able to. Oh crap! You'll be able to kind of put this in here, like so. Like, let me flip it like that. There it goes in there, just like that. And so with two hands you can probably get it, but one is kind of hard. But yeah, put that in, so that way it stabilizes the inner tie rod. But then of course all you're doing literally sticking it in, spinning it and turning it right until it can't go no more, and then tighten it up the same way you took it off. So then you see how the plate's in there locked in good, and all I did was just spin it to right and then hold the plate at the same time. So then now I'm gonna take the grip pliers like I did before, and then just go as tight as possible to the right, so that way I can lock it down. And of course I'm using one hand, guys. So, and then just get in there, get tough. Okay. And then I'm gonna take my hand, I'm recording right now, so I'm just showing you guys the concept, but you wanna just get in there as tight as you can, two hands, lock it down, and then tighten it up. You're gonna get alignment anyways tomorrow, so just, you know, make sure you get it as tight as possible. If you have to go get a tool, get a tool. All right, then you wanna slide the boot back on there. Make sure it's all the way. Make sure it's all the way on there. That's good. Clip still on here. So yeah, you can take that off and use like a zip tie. That's usually what I have. It's a good old zip tie to reuse for the clip. Or sometimes if you just didn't mess up the clip totally, it might work back on you, but most likely it's probably done. And you want to kind of get that off of there, so you don't have to worry about this issue. See, I'm probably gonna just take that off and then put a zip tie on the back and then put the clamp back on. Okay, so make sure you put that clamp back on there. Have the clamp back on there. So then also I'm gonna put that zip tie on there. Just don't forget. All right, so we're on the left side. So we're putting the, like I said, the lady was nice enough to write left and right for me. So you might have to ask, have them do so as well. So you're gonna put left on there. But before you do that, make sure to add, where's our new nut back on? I'm gonna find that nut, make sure I put that new nut back on there. If not, speak for nothing. But yeah, so here we go. Alright, so make sure you add set nut back on. Alright, so and just kind of go as deep as you want. You're gonna have to eventually put it back on after you do. I will probably go pretty deep because you gotta do 21 turns. Remember, we're trying to get it as close to original alignment as possible, and then that way when we do the alignment, hopefully it won't be that extensive for them, and then it'll drive a whole lot better before we get the alignment, because It might drive funny because we don't have an alignment, but it's already 50 or 60 miles an hour is running rough. So that's another thing. If you have good tire rods, but 50 or 60 is just running rough, it's gonna be your alignment. It's another tip for you guys. So, all right, of course. So, right. And we're doing 21, starting from the upside. So once you get it on there, then you can start, because it's a little tricky first. You don't want to just start counting and it's just spinning out. Oh, there we go. All right, so see, I had it on there, but gotta get it on there. Got to get it on there first. So I'm gonna do something close to like 21, because it's gonna be off a little bit. It's not gonna be perfect, but you wanna make sure you get it on there, and then try to count to 21. 2 hands is always better than 1, guys. Oh, come on. Let me do something. Let's angle it down a little bit. Let's see if I can get it on there. Oh, got something. No. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna use 2 hands. This is getting annoying. But yeah, you get the gist. Oh, what we got? We got movement. All right, bet, Bill. All right, so count with me, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So then we adjust the ball joint right a little bit. So let's see the ball joint stuff. So then you want to kind of try your hardest to push the ball joint straight, because it's going to be tight. And then get it back into it. And then throw your 14 back on. And then your 14 is going to do the rest as far as bringing it up. Now there are torque specs for it. I'm not too, I'm helping. Oh, I really just disabled my flash because of my battery, but it's alright. But you guys got the concept. Tighten this back up, and then after that, you're pretty much good to go. You're solid. You want to tighten that. You bring that nut back down right here, and then lock it back down with the adjustable wrench. If you're still using that, or a 22, most likely 22 or 23. And you want to lock that down while you're holding this against this wheel with the grip pliers. Same everything, same concept. Opposite of taking it off, and then same thing putting it down. So, and literally the same thing on the other side. It's nothing really different. It's just different parts. So that's about it. Other than that, you guys are good to go. Thanks for watching.